Hello! Today's vlog is all about brining olives. Dom's been down and picked us lots of olives. These are off of our own land.
We're Those Weirdos, a family of 7.
Nearly 3 years ago, we gave up our conventional lives to live, travel and work in our self-converted Sprinter van.
I have a chameleon.
In July 2021, with the increase in travel restrictions caused by Brexit and the pandemic, we decided to buy off-grid land in Portugal to live a more sustainable lifestyle.
Follow along with our journey as we turn our beautiful but derelict land into our very own slice of off-grid heaven. Wildlands. So we've got big fat green olives and we've got a bag of little tiny black olives. We're going to go for a really simple brining method today. We're using, we've got a bag of salt, we've got 10 litres of clean water because the ratio is 1 to 10 salt to water. So a kilogram of salt, 10 litres of water. I'm just warming up a litre of water in a pan in the van so that the salt dissolves easier and quicker. And then we're going to make up this big batch of, we're going to have to do it in 5 litre batches of brine actually because my pan's only 5 litres big. Then we'll sort through the olives and pick out any that look a bit manky like this one, all bruised, or if they've got any holes in it might be worms. And then the olives will go in our jars, motley little collection that we have. The brine will go on top, we'll seal them up, and then once a week, every day you give them a shake apparently, and then once a week you drain off the brine and you pour a new batch of brine in. So this is just stage 1.
What are you doing, Missy?
Sorting out the good olives from the manky olives.
And what's the difference?
Well, this one looks all neat and clean and doesn't have any blemishes, and this one is really badly bruised. So you're not supposed to put that in. I'll look for little wormholes. Now it's got just a couple of little dings on it, so I'm going to leave that.
What's in the pots, Missy?
These are all the manky ones, not too many, and these are all the beautiful, lovely ones. They just need a quick rinse now. The next step is to weigh out 450 grams of salt to go with my 4.5 litres of water. 1 litre of which is already in there, and you can see it steaming because I've heated it up to help the salt dissolve, which I told you earlier. You're on, and you're on grams, good. So that's 450 grams of salt, all going into the 1 litre of hot water. There we go. I'm going to stir it to dissolve it before we add the rest of the cold water. Now we're just going off of instructions that I found online, and that said that each of the olives needed to be crushed or split one at a time, and they suggested using the bottom of a jar, so that's what I'm going to do. It's going to take a really long time. Maybe I can do them 2 at a time. Squirting at me. I'm rolling away. I thought this was going to be such a quick job. I thought it was, you know, bung some olives in jars, add some salty water at the end. No. Olives to fill this jar and this jar. It doesn't look like much, but it took quite a while. So I'm just going to finish off the brine mixture. And, oh yeah, most of that's dissolved. Just a little bit of sediment at the bottom. Now we're going to add some fresh water. Just stirring to get the last bits of salt to dissolve. And then I'm going to use a jug to take the brine out, put it in the jars, lids on, and that's that bit done. And then we have to sort through a massive bag of black olives to do the same as this, except that time they're going to be brined in a massive tub down there that you can see in a minute. And we're going to try packing some just olives with dry salt. It's another method that we saw that looked interesting. Okay, I think this is ready. All right. Jar, clean jug, brine. One, that wasn't even a litre. It was about half a litre. I think we made a lot of brine, haven't we? There we are. Not even 1 whole litre of brine used. And then we'll get the lids on. This one. Now there's no flavourings in these jars, just the olives and the brine, and that's because this process is to remove the oleoeuropean, I think that's how you pronounce it, which is a really bitter substance in the olives. So we're going to shake these jars every day, and then once a week we're going to drain out all of this brine and repeat this process again, make up new brine, put them in there, and I think you do that for about 2 or 3 months, and then they should be nice for eating. And then you can put a pickling brine in, which also has vinegar and herbs and spices, whatever you fancy putting in there, maybe some garlic or whatnot. So we'll give it a go. Manky in the pot. Ones with holes in. We've sorted through all of our black olives. I'm just going to pour some out so that I've got them handy in this bowl, and then we're going to do the dry salt method on these ones. Start with a layer of salt. And then you put your olives in. More salt on top.
I think that's a bit too much salt, isn't it?
No.
No.
More olives. Oh, one escaped. And more salt. Now what's going to happen to these olives is the salt is going to draw out their juices, so then the salt will get all soggy. Apparently that's okay. And you just shake them up every so often. And then after, I think it said after about 2 weeks, you can taste one of your olives. And if they should taste salty and soft and slightly sweet, but not bitter, is what we're going for. And if they're not like that, then you just leave them shut in their salt and keep shaking them up and leave them in there for a bit longer. Get a few more olives in there, I think. Feels like this is a Blue Peter demonstration, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There we are.
And how much is the bag of salt?
How much does it cost? About €1 from Lidl.
Yep.
Cheap as chips. Okay, there we are. And we'll just put the lid on that. There we are. That looks quite pretty. I like that. These ones that we didn't use going back in there. Can you see how many we've got in there? I'm just going to pour the rest of the brine that we made earlier in on top of the black olives. Yeah, that looks good. What we're doing now is we're going to use the last of our olives. I'm going to put them in this jar. I'm going to heat up boiling water. This is an instant method. I'm going to make boiling water, pour that over the olives and leave them for 3 hours. Then you pour the water away and do the same thing. You do it 3 times. So they've had 3 lots of water over a course of 9 hours. And then apparently you can flavour them and eat them straight away, which sounds good to me. I'm off to go and boil the kettle. We'll get these on the go and we'll show you how they turned out in a future video. There's one final method that we're not actually going to try, which is you put the olives into water and then you shake them up and you tip them out. It's just like brining but without the salt. And the reason we're not doing that is because you have to replace the water every single day. We didn't feel that it was a good use of water. So with the salt water you only replace the water once a week. So there you have it, 3 different methods of brining olives. We've got our stuff in the jar, our stuff in the salt, and our instant olives. If you have any other hints or tips or you've tried it yourself, then do let us know, because we're brand new to all of this and we're just sort of making it up as we go along. I'm looking forward to seeing the results. Give us your likes, your comments, your subscribes. We love them all. We read all your comments, and I'm going to leave you with 2 minutes apiece, and I'll see you in a couple of days. Bye.